Hello and welcome along to Bishan Stadium for the Singapore Cup fixture between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. Both sides will be looking to wrap up their group stage campaign with a positive result tonight. This is match day 5, a very busy one with 5 fixtures on the schedule this weekend. We started on Thursday with the Lions City Sailors defeating Geylang International 3-1. Yesterday's match saw the Young Lions picking up their biggest win since September of 2004 with a 7-1 thrashing of Albrechts Niigata Singapore. 2 matches taking place in the competition this evening, with the other one being played at Jalan Besar between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers. Then on Sunday, a battle for top spot in Group B as BG Pathum United come up against Lions City Sailors at Jalan Besar. Our focus tonight is on this fixture in Group B between Balestier Khalsa in 3rd and Tanjong Pagar United in 4th. Neither side will qualify for the semi-final, regardless of what happens this evening, with this being the last outing in the group for both teams. Balestier and Tanjong Pagar level on points and goal difference at the moment, and 3rd spot is up for grabs, which could make things interesting in this one. Teams will be keen to put in a good display as they try to turn their form around. So with that in mind, let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Peter Deru of Balestier Khalsa up first, followed by Noel Shah of Tanjong Pagar United.
Well, I think the biggest challenge is the counter attack. I mean, they play compact. Their block is reasonably deep. So we will probably dominate on the ball. We got to make sure that we control the counter. I think that is probably the the biggest challenge today. Yeah.
Now, you've had multiple players sidelined over the past few games, including Khalsa, Fase, Amarudin, and Recredo. Could we get an update on how are the players progressing in their recovery?
Actually, Alan and Anton will start today. Maybe not 90 minutes, but they're fit enough to start. So that's positive, towards the back end of the competition.
Hi, Coach Alam. Welcome back. Your side pulled off an incredible upset against Geylang prior to the international break. Has that win given you a boost in belief entering into today's game?
Of course, any win will give a confident boost to any team. But again, it can also be a complacency also, which I have seen over the last few trainings. So again, we have rectified the issue, and hopefully they will come with more concentration and focus throughout the whole 90 minutes tonight.
Kodai Tanaka has scored 7 goals in 3 games against your side this season. What do you think must be done in order to contain his threat today?
It is a similar case to Tomoyuki Doi, right? Again, setting an individual is easy by going man on him or focusing more. But I think Balestier as a unit is a good side on the break, and it allows more space for Kodai also, where they play around him so much. And Riku and Masa also compensate him really, really well. So I think this front three we need to really hold collectively today.
Well, it was fascinating hearing from Noel Shah there about complacency. With me in the commentary position, a former coach in the professional league here in Singapore, Hide Kamis. Hide, what have Tanjong Pagar United's players got to be complacent about?
Exactly, I thought so as well while I was listening in to that pre-match interview. I think they have a lot to prove, especially those players themselves. Towards the end of the season now, they still need to really put on their best shift to earn a contract next season. That's one of the things that they should be looking at. And then at the same time, their result hasn't been fantastic. So they really need to make sure that every match that they go into has to be with the right frame of mind, right mindset, and then at the same time put in the work on the field to get the results.
Now, there's no chance of qualification to the next round for either one of these sides, but an opportunity to finish in third in the group and at least try and get some form back.
Yeah.
You mentioned players, coming towards the end of the season, some of them playing for contracts and things like that. Is that what the message is going to be from a coach's perspective? What are you telling your players ahead of a fixture like this?
I think the message is really simple. Every game has to be treated professionally. You have to make sure that you put on your best every single time. It doesn't matter whether it's training session or a match. And I think the message should be the same. Pretty much the cup run is done. It's gone. You can't qualify for the semis. So the focus now is to make sure that you get a good performance in. Maybe Noah Alam Shah or even Peter Deru is trying certain little things out in terms of how they are going to set up tactically, maybe certain tweaks that they are going to try on the pitch in a match setting. But at the same time, you just have to prepare and put this across. It's like a really competitive, friendly game to get themselves ready for the league pack again next week.
Yeah, and I mean, they need to turn things around, both these sides too. I mean, there's similar sort of form. Just the one win in the last 5 matches in all competitions for both these clubs.
Yeah.
Which is,
exactly.
I mean, for Tanjong Pagar, you probably expect that with the way it's going for them this season, but not for Balestier Khalsa.
I think the fact that Balestier Khalsa hasn't been really consistent is also down to the fact that they have lost certain players through injuries during that period. I think Sugita was out for quite some time, and I think for me the goalkeeping situation is really a situation that needs to be addressed, maybe in off season, but they haven't been consistent because they can't put their best 11 forward.
Yeah, they need to look at certain positions in the off season, as Hide has mentioned, but right now they need to focus on the task at hand. Those are your match officials. Referee for this one is Muhammad Shakawi Buhari. Just the 4th Singapore Cup match of his career as a main referee, and he'll be assisted by Andy Tan and Tan Ming Kai. 4th official for this fixture is Farhad Muhammad. And those are the video assistant referees. VAR is Ahmad Akasha, and he will be assisted by Lim Si Seng. Well, it could be an interesting game of football. We saw with the Young Lions against Albirex Negata Singapore last night. Again, that was a contest in which there was not really much to play for in terms of qualification, but the Young Lions went out there and were hungry to prove something. They certainly did, winning that match by 7-1. Kaisei Ogawa helping himself to 4 of those 7 goals for the Young Lions. As we turn our attentions here to Bishan Stadium and this contest between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. Let's have a look at the starting 11 for the home side, and they have made 2 changes from the last outing in the Singapore Cup, and the players coming in are key performers for the team. Welcome returns for Anton Farse and Alan Koza after spells out with injury. Farse back in the side for the first time since the 2nd of March, with Koza having been out since the 27th of last month. They replace Harit Kanadi and Abdil Kayem, who are both on the bench this evening. There's also a return to the matchday squad for Amiruddin Ashraf. Match number 68 for Peter Deru as head coach of Balestier Khalsa. He has a strong record against Tanjong Pagar United with 7 wins and just 1 defeat in his 8 previous fixtures against them. All 7 of those wins coming in consecutive matches. Tanjong Pagar United have also made 2 changes from their last Singapore Cup fixture, which was a solid 1-0 win against Geylang International. Harish Krishna Kumar, a recent signing for the club, comes into their midfield to replace Reza Reski, who isn't fit enough for this fixture. The other change is in attack, with the highly experienced Sahil Suhaimi returning to the lineup in place of Zenevio Mota, who is available on the bench along with Salif Sise, who came on against Geylang and made an impact as a substitute by winning the penalty that Faisal Roslan went on to put away. 9th match for Noah Alam Shah as head coach of Tanjong Pagar United since being appointed in December last year. Just the 2 wins so far, one of them coming in this competition. This will be the first time that he'll be coming up against Balestier Khalsa and Peter Deru as a head coach. So Hide, you've had a look at the lineups, had a look at the players available and the possible formations. What are you expecting from this contest then?
Well, tactically, I think Tanjong Pagar would be sitting a lot more. I think be doing a lot of counter pressing just to make sure that Balestier Khalsa don't go on a sudden counter attack or quick counter attack. But if Balestier Khalsa decides to keep possession, they will sit further back and allow Balestier Khalsa to find their way through in a more organized fashion. I think Balestier Khalsa would be the same. They are not going to change the way they're going to play. They're going to be more expensive, which they are really poor in transition as well in terms of defending those transitions, which is why they have conceded so many goals. I still think there's going to be a lot of goals in this game, and maybe a 7-1 again.
Well, let's see what happens as we have kickoff here at the Bishan Stadium. It is Tanjong Pagar United going from left to right on your screens in the purple and black, coming up against Balestier Khalsa and the red tops, red shorts and white socks going from right to left. Balestier, the home side for this fixture. As Faisal Roslan. Actually, Tanjong Pagar's top scorer in this competition, Faisal Roslan, the central defender.
Oh, that tells you a lot about the team then, with the defender getting himself in the top scorer sheet.
Yeah, stepping up from central defence in the absence of Salif Cisse, who is the top scorer overall in all competitions, but he's not been able to really get a nice run of games because of his fitness issues this campaign.
I think he went into the season not fully fit while playing those games, got injured as well, and I think he went for surgery in one of the period where he was in, and I think he's still on the road to full recovery.
Well, Hide mentioned that we might be seeing quite a few goals in this one, and I'll tell you exactly why, because these are, in the Singapore Premier League anyway, two of the worst defences. Tanjong Pagar with 85 goals conceded in the league this season, Balestier Khalsa with 70.
Oh, that's a huge amount shared between these two teams. You have nice attacking play, especially from Balestier Khalsa, but in order for them to...
Early chance, early opportunity. Riku Fukashiro playing on that right-hand side, put a cross into the area, and it looks like they've been awarded a corner.
Well, too early for Tanjong Pagar to really concede a chance to Balestier Khalsa. I think they have to be really concentrated and focused at this point of time. 6 players in the box for Balestier Khalsa.
That's right, Sher Deng, one of those, being marked by Faisal Roslan at the moment. Might fall to Madhu Mohana, drops in behind him, cleared away by Sahil Suhaimi, goes out for a throw into Balestier. That's quickly taken. I'm not sure if it was taken from the right position, but on we go. Sugita into Fase. It's calmly done. Turn on the edge of his area, and another one from Harish Krishna Kumar. And then plays it straight into Jared Gallagher. Thankfully for him, it goes directly to Matthew Silva.
A pretty hectic and frantic start to the game here for both sides.
Good for the neutrals watching on. Exactly what you want to see. So Fudil looks to be playing at left back this evening. Oh, nicely done through the legs of Raihan Rahman. I don't think he will appreciate that too much, the veteran central midfielder.
Oh, let's see what he responds, or how he responds after this.
That's Darren Tay. That's a natural position, I would say, at right back.
He played quite a few positions, left back, right back, central midfielder as well.
Sugita with the header on. Kicked out the air by Matthew Silva. Quickly out to Raihan. Nice start to this fixture. Good tempo. Here is Deng. Fase. It's been a really good signing for Balestier Khalsa. Injecting a lot of pace and directness. Fukashiro with the effort. Well over.
Well, Tanjong Pagar has to slow down a little, because I think they are not ready to play at this pace. They are losing the ball as quickly as they get it back. And they need to understand that right now they need a bit more control, especially in the first 4 minutes here. They haven't gotten into Balestier Khalsa's half just yet.
Balestier Khalsa with really good record against Tanjong Pagar United this season in the league. They've scored 15 goals against them in the 3 league matches ahead of this one. Conceded just 2, kept a couple of clean sheets. Looking for a good start here again. Sugita this time around with the ball into the box. Sent forward by Faisal Roslan. Was there a handball there from Shahadat? Just a touch of Deng and out for a throw-in.
Well, Balestier Khalsa in the first, or rather the previous chance that they've had or created, didn't have enough players in the box.
I mentioned the number of goals that Tanjong Pagar have conceded this season. Also haven't looked very good in front of goal. The worst attack in the Singapore Premier League, just 25 scored. For Balestier at least, they're up to 67. So they know how to score, Balestier. It's just they can't keep them out down the other end. And that's going to be a source of frustration for Peter de Roo and a number of Balestier Khalsa supporters.
I think for the last 2 seasons now, they still haven't found the balance between the attack and the defense. They are attacking too much, and even though they have the number of goals that they have right now, it's 60 plus, it's just, you can't really...
Well, could be the opener here. Again, great chance. Farse doing so well down that left-hand side to get another ball into the box, and Kurai Tanaka perhaps just off balance with his effort.
The ball was further back off him.
It's Deng. It's been all Balestier so far.
Yeah. It's the counter-pressing, it's the pressing up high as well from set defense for Balestier Khalsa. That's exactly why they are winning the balls a lot, forcing mistakes as well.
That's Fukashiro onto Te. Tried to reverse the pass back into Fukashiro, but Cross was there for Tanjong Pagar United. Like a very good young player, Thorsten Cross, at left wing back for the away side, just 17 years of age, the Australian. Making his 5th appearance for Tanjong Pagar in all competitions. There's Fudil. Too close to Matthew Silva.
The quality of the ball wasn't good enough from Fudil. Just comfortable for Matthew Silva just to pick it up. And again, start another attack for Tanjong Pagar.
Fudil seems to be another one of those players who had a difficult time in his first season. He's quick off his line there, the goalkeeper, Hafiz Ahmad, just to help clear. First real opening we've seen from Tanjong Pagar United so far. There is Tomoki Wada. Given quite a bit of freedom in central midfield to try and make things happen for his side.
Well, it does look like Harish is playing further upwards rather than Tomoki Wada. I think Wada was, or rather is, in a position to have dictate the game and have more control. Playing beside Raihan Rahman.
Sugita into Gallagher. Getting a few more minutes, regular minutes at Balestier. More of just a squad player at BG Tampines. He's gotten his move here to Bishan Stadium with the Tigers. Trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, I think when things are not going for you, you got to first fight for your place. And after fighting and you don't see the situation improving, then you got to think about yourself, your playing time.
Of course, are looking to link up with Tanaka. Nice idea, just wanted to push it on first time to Sugita.
It's tough to break a 5-man defense, especially when you have another 3 players right in front of them. Pretty close to one another, compact and understand their roles as well.
Sent upfield by Timur Talipov, who seems to have now settled into that central defensive role under Nolam Shah. Didn't seem to have a fixed position, Timur Talipov, when he came in. Sometimes play in central midfield, sometimes play in defense.
Well, I think this role suits him well because he doesn't really need to think about anything behind him. So he's just looking forward. I think when he plays central midfield, he's not mobile enough or quick enough to turn and be aware of the things that is happening around him.
Lovely footwork that from Riku Fukashiro. It's what we've come to expect from him. A lot of fun to watch is Riku Fukashiro. Here is Korai Tanaka. Was great in front of goal as well. Fase easily past Azim. Into the box is Fase. Needed a save at the near post. Oh, no, it's a goal kick. Guess it came off the post instead.
You see a lot of Tanjong Pagar players in the penalty box, but you only see two Balestier Khalsa. So I think Anton Fase was hoping for somebody else to come in, and at the last moment decided to just go for that shot on his own.
Anton Fase has been a very smart signing for Balestier. Coming across from Kauno Zalgiris. In Lithuanian football. That's a league in which Ryan Stewart just earned a move to. All the best to him. Fase has been a good signing for Balestier so far. He always looks lively, looks very sharp. Has that explosive pace that he has. 2 goals in the league and also 2 goals in the Singapore Cup for him in his 2 appearances prior to this one. There he is again, getting involved. Can't pick out Korai Tanaka this time.
I think all his goals, I can't remember all 4 of them, but those that I remember are pretty good goals in terms of the technique that is needed to score them. Odd call there from the referee Sharkawi. There was a pull on the jersey by Azim.
Just to add on for Anton Fase, 2 goals, 2 assists in 5 Singapore Premier League appearances. 2 goals, 1 assist in his 2 Singapore Cup matches. Ahead of his appearance in this one. Certainly been delivering for Balestier. Here's Fudil.
He does remind me a little bit in terms of his physique of Memphis Depay. A bit buffed and really strong physically.
There's Fukashiro. For Sugita, just had to leave it because it was played behind him. Wada picks out Shahadat. Spectacular from Shahadat. Not quite effective in finding a teammate.
He does wear the number 17 on his back. I think drawing a bit of inspiration.
Hide referring to Fandi Ahmad, in case you weren't aware, just to be clear. It's not quite got his goal-scoring touch, but he's a player, Shahadat, who works incredibly hard for his side.
Yeah, I think that's why he's always in the starting lineup as well. Physically strong.
As Fukashiro drills it in low, lovely touch from Korai Tanaka, and that's the opening goal. They have deserved this one. They've been all over Tanjong Pagar United. Korai Tanaka gets his 5th goal of the season Singapore Cup.
Well, early on in the game as well, similar cross from Fukashiro. Didn't find anyone there, but that was the first sign that Tanjong Pagar should have hit and also rectify that issue. But again, you look at Tanaka just sneaking in between the centre backs, just getting that final touch for the goal. They deserve it. They have all been, or rather they have been all over Tanjong Pagar the last 13 minutes in terms of possession, in terms of creating of chances, good intensity to the attacking play as well. I think this could be the first of many goals for the evening.
For Korai Tanaka, it's 3 goals in his last 3 appearances for Balestier Khalsa. 5 goals in what is his 4th Singapore Cup appearance this season. He's up to 11 Singapore Cup goals in his career. And that is goal number 57 in all competitions, in his 57th appearance. Oh, apologies, that is actually goal number 67 in 63 appearances in all competitions.
That's a really good return for a striker.
Referring to his form in the Singapore Premier League and the Singapore Cup. You just wonder what could have been as well for him in 2023 with the Lion City Sailors. He picked up that knee injury after scoring 33 league goals in 28 matches for Albrecht Niigata, which was his first season in Singapore football. He's now into his third campaign in the country. Stretching out over 4 years now. I wonder if anyone out there might be tempted to think about keeping him around for a little bit longer. And
yeah,
you know where I'm heading here?
Yeah, exactly. I can read your mind. I think that's where we are having problems as well.
Still just 25 years of age, Korai Tanaka.
Yeah.
So quite a bit of a runway he will have.
Oh, it depends on him. It depends on any other clubs as well if they want to keep him in the league.
Side Akmal. Really neat touch there from Wada. Gets away from two players. Gallagher and Koza left behind in midfield by Wada. Too much going on after that. Lovely stuff from Fudil. But he's a player who's improved quite a bit from last season, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think the growing confidence as well after being given a run of games. But I think for him, he hasn't had a lot of experience at this high level, which he really needs, and I think he can grow further with the club, and also the confidence that the club is putting on him.
Here's Koza. It's bundled over. Clean challenge, says the referee. It's Harish. Get it back to cross. They're under all sorts of pressure here, Tanjong Pagar. Lovely from Koza. Gets it back from Fukashiro. Has to find the number 9 again. He's done well too. No flag's gone up.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd won the corner there.
It did look like the ball had went out first. But again, good work from Koza and Fukashiro. Combination play that we are always going to see from the attacking front of Balestier Khalsa. It's also commendable the work that they put in before that. You see Tanaka just sprinting across after the ball was being lost, and they had 3 players surrounding the player, Tanjong Pagar player, in possession, not allowing Tanjong Pagar to have a longer spell on the ball.
That's Korai Tanaka. Look at that acceleration. And a lovely finish to boot as well. Korai Tanaka with another goal, his 6th of the Singapore Cup. And Balestier Khalsa are up to 2, 18 minutes in.
Big mistake by Tanjong Pagar here, losing the ball at a very dangerous area, and you can see the difference in the burst of speed by Tanaka and Talipov. He was ahead, he got the ball and straight away got himself in a direction where it was more comfortable for him to take that shot. But Silva couldn't reach where the ball went, and Tanaka just really simply putting Balestier Khalsa ahead at 18th minute. It's getting too simple here for Balestier Khalsa. Things are not improving at all after the first goal for Tanjong Pagar. Nobody is taking charge. Matthew Silva unhappy at all after the goal was being conceded. Just went forward and started berating his teammates. I think this is exactly what Noor Alam Shah was mentioning about, the complacency. It's not enough desire and effort to win the ball back or to put in those challenges in. This would be really disappointing for Noor Alam Shah.
It's Korai Tanaka again. And you mentioned Noor Alam Shah. He was talking about complacency from his side. I'm still puzzled as to what his players have been complacent about. It's 1 win in their last 5, if we're just looking at that. And that win was against Geylang International. And it's just 2 wins in their last 10 matches in all competitions. I wonder if it just speaks to the the attitude that they have over there.
The mentality, the attitude. At the end of the day, I spoke about fighting for contracts so late on during this at this part of the season, but I think you should be fighting for your contract since the start of the season until now, not just when the year is ending or the season is ending.
For Balestier Khalsa, they come into this matchup after a 4-1 defeat to the Lion City Sailors, also in the Singapore Cup, just before the international break. One of 4 defeats from their last 5. Their only win is on the 7th of this month, 4-3 against Geylang International. So Geylang have been pretty generous to both these clubs in the last few weeks or so. Straight out for a goal kick from Alan Koza.
Overhit pass from the captain.
Number 20, Haris Krishna Kumar.
Going over to Bashiro now to just issue an apology.
Early change here. And it looks to be Harish, who's coming off to be replaced by Zenivia Mota.
Just look, there's a little bit of change there. Zenivia Mota should be playing on the, looks like on the right hand side or closer to the central area. Let's take a look at the development later on.
Yeah, you keep an eye on that, Hide. And Harish Krishna Kumar didn't look pleased at all to be coming off.
Yeah, I think it was a collective poor performance. It's not just him. I think centrally, nobody was putting in enough pressure. Players out front are not stopping that first ball out. So it's a difficult tactical change. Could be a situation where he wants to change things. Then if Mota now playing on the right hand side, I think it's more of a 5-4-1.
It could easily, from a player's perspective, just start to feel like it's almost as if he's being made to be a little bit of a scapegoat in that situation. Is it important then from a coach's perspective to actually at some point have a word with him? And
we don't want a situation where, he's a new guy, a new signing. He hasn't had a lot of experience at this level again, but you just have to treat him like a human being and explain to him exactly why that sub was being made.
Year-old Harish Krishna Kumar, former Balestier Khalsa player, had a couple of seasons with them, didn't play too regularly. So had a bit of a short spell with Hougang United, also didn't play for them in the Singapore Premier League. It's Koza. Just to give you an update as well, the VAR is down for this match, so we'll just stick to whatever the on-field decisions are. On-field decisions will be final for now. The ability to use the VAR as it stands.
It's a little bit odd. I still can't find the setup that Noel Amshar has put out here. It could be a 5-3, 5-4. Sahil Suhaimi sometimes moving on the right, left-hand side. It could be a 3-4-3 in attack as well. Sahil supporting Sharat Masnawi up front, together with Mota.
That's Koza. That's not a change that has made any sort of impact at the moment.
I think with time it will. I think Mota has good energy, good engine as well, good speed, good technical ability on the ball.
From Farsi again. He's enjoying himself out there. Every time he gets the ball and he's up against Azim Akbar, you back him to beat Azim.
I think that's where Noel Amshar has to take a look right now. It's not the first time. I think it's about occasion number 3 or number 4 now. Alton Farsi just taking Azim Akbar on the right.
So an opportunity potentially here from the corner, which will be taken by Tanaka, who's on a hat-trick. Put it away by Shahadat. Fudil. Nice touch on. Beat that. The wild effort from range. Not going to trouble Matthew Silva.
Yeah. He didn't really get himself really in a situation where, or rather his body position in a situation where it was ready to take a shot. Leaned back as well when the shot was taken.
Peter Deru, he was asked about what he expected from Tanjong Pagar United this evening. He was talking about the counter-attacks, and one of the ways he did to stop those counter-attacks, as you mentioned, is that counter-pressing.
I think that is their strength as well, Balestier Khalsa. You know, they love to press high. They love to force mistakes from those pressing moments, pressing triggers as well. So it's working well for them.
Been so quick to go on and win the ball back, Balestier. Every time they've lost it, I think that's something that Peter Drew will have been, or will be really pleased with.
Yeah, definitely. They are not giving Tanjong Pagar any moment to breathe. They're always at the feet, or also at the attention of the possession or the player on possession.
Let's cross. Wins it nicely in midfield. Tried to find Sahil, but Koza was there with the interception for Balestier. Here's Sugita. Tay. Koza. Fudil. Mota. Tanaka. In a little bit of pain, but he's quickly back up on his feet. The moment he saw an opportunity to try and win back possession. Dane goes to Madhu. Again, win it back quickly, and they're off on the attack once more.
And they're finding a lot of space. Even though Tanjong Pagar are defending in two banks of 5 and 4, or 5 and 3, there's still a lot of space for Balestier Khalsa players to just slot in and be comfortable and having time to decide what they want to do next.
That's Gallagher onto Fudil. Fase. It's into Ryan Rahman. That's not going to help Tanjong Pagar. Tomokiwara giving it straight to Darren Tay. Nice and easy for Gallagher. The deep-lying midfield role at the moment. Again, away from Azim.
You were mentioning about Jared Gallagher's deep-lying position. I think this suits him well, and also his midfield partner, Alan Koza. I think it allows Alan Koza to just go further forward a little bit more. Usually when Jared Gallagher wasn't around or wasn't signed yet, he was the one tasked to be screening the defense, in front of the defense, and I think he's getting a bit more freedom now and allows the creativity to move forward and flow into the team as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. The players coming in and just adding a different dimension, and allowing others to step into different roles.
He was playing with Sugita previously a lot in the center. I think between him and Sugita is more of the hard running, a bit more energy, and he's just being the smarter one, just covering those spaces.
Koza is up to 4 goals in the league. That's 2 more than he managed in all of last season.
Balestier Khalsa players are perfectly positioned to win those second balls all the time.
There's Fukashiro. Tanaka tried to get it into the run of Fukashiro again. That was an important intervention from Faisal Roslan.
Yeah, I think that would have gone through to Fukashiro for really good position to extend the lead again.
Talipov. Sahil. Cross. It's pressured into a mistake there.
Nothing is really happening for Tanjong Pagar here. A lot of misplaced passes, miscontrol.
Well, they were so solid against Geylang in their last outing, and they really kept the opposition quiet. But it's hard for them to just find any sort of real consistency. Fukashiro, great ball. Oh, Sugita! What a chance to make it 3.
The most surprising thing for me is he was absolutely free in the box. Nobody tracking him. Nobody was looking at the run from deep because he started way back. Tanaka was the one spearheading the attack. He was holding on off his run for quite some time, and that allowed him to time his way in. And nobody was tracking him. Everyone was so focused on the ball and not the surrounding players.
Every attack has been a dangerous one from Balestier's perspective. Look at that, 7 attempts. They've only scored 2. Should have been 3 there.
Only 3 on target.
Only 3 on target. They scored 2, so I guess the efficiency is there in that sense. That one from Sugita should have been on target.
I should have scored. That should have been another one for Balestier, the Tigers.
Not quite sure how he's missed it. I don't think he's too sure. He's not put that away. Fukashiro was had his hands on top of his head as well.
Well, I think this is also where Balestier Khalsa shouldn't be complacent. Right? They are ahead. They are really comfortable. I don't see Tanjong Pagar getting a goal if this goes on. But then Balestier needs to close the game out as soon as possible with those kind of chances that they've created for themselves. Well, they can play beautiful football, but they must make sure they score at least 1 or 2 more to just make sure the game is done.
Well, that's that counter-pressing again.
Yeah.
Quickly on. Kurai Tanaka it was who just cut out that pass from Azim. Back on the attack. Stops that transition. Attitude has been spot on from Balestier. Hasn't always been the case this season when they lose it. Sugita. Fase gets a bit ahead of Mota. Azim this time is able to win a challenge against Anton Fase. Just can't hang on to it. There's no way out for the away side.
If the strikers, you don't really get a situation where the ball is being played out to the strikers because the counter-pressing has been so impressive by Balestier Khalsa. But when they do, the strikers has that responsibility to hold on to it and not give the ball away so that the defenders and midfield can breathe a little bit more. And
Fase from range, carry on, Hide.
And that's the situation they need to get out of at this point of time. It's been really poor. They are almost half a second late to everything in the game. They are not reacting well. Their decisions on who to pass, where to pass, and when to pass is not spot on. They have to really get on, or rather get to half time as soon as possible with the same scoreline and still have a chance in the game. Because if Balestier scores 1 more, it's pretty much a bit more difficult and pretty much game over for Tanjong Pagar. Well, I can only feel, or I can resonate with the fact that Noor Alam Shah wouldn't be too happy at all with the performance so far. And knowing him, he's definitely going to do some hair dry treatment in the dressing room.
Here's Sugita. Gallagher. Gets it out wide to Kurai Tanaka. Fukashiro. Cross had to get there. Stepping into the area. Koza. Azim just providing a little bit of interference there with Balestier's attack, that phase of possession. It's another one.
Yep. It was quite a simple ball to control as well. It wasn't a situation where, you know, Sahil is going to have an aerial duel with Madhu or even Sherdeng.
Fase, Fudil. Lovely football, one-touch play from Balestier. Gallagher from way out.
I think Gallagher is getting a little bit more complacent. 2 consecutive wrong decisions.
Day onto Tanaka. It's peeled out wide. To be the creator this time around. And Akmal, Syed Akmal just scrambles it out.
Tanjong Pagar would be lucky to go into half-time with the same scoreline.
Go quickly onto Koza.
Well, it seems like a training session here for Balestier. Attack versus defense.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly that.
Yeah. Attack versus defense. Let's just play in one half, bring the goal into the halfway line. Oh, topic of the day would be counter pressing and straight away having the attack from that counter press.
Given away again. Sahil.
Usually doing well with, would be doing well with the technical aspect of the game, controlling and holding on to the ball.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
he's one of those players that you don't expect to make mistakes like that.
Well, the whole team, the whole 11 is pretty much not performing well at all.
Credit to Balestier Khalsa. I mean, we've been talking about Tanjong Pagar United, Balestier Khalsa on their end, and they can only play what's in front of them. And so far, they've been taking Tanjong Pagar apart.
Yeah, well, I think 8 chances in front of goal, 3 on target, 3 attempts on target, and I think the possession should be what, 80% to them.
That's Madhu. Runs down the line for Fukashiro. Sugita. Silva. Pushed out to Fase of Azim. Another good opportunity for the home side to extend their lead. Gallagher. Fudil. Koza. Way out towards the right-hand side, so has to go over to his left once more. Well defended by Deng. He's got his body in the way. A little bit of a nudge on Sahil.
Well, he's been quite safe for a new signing. Has adapted well to the league and been really good defensively for Balestier Khalsa.
Yeah, just 19 years old as well. Sher Deng, Australian. Here's cross. A couple of Australians out there. One on each side. Cross for Tanjong Pagar. Sher Deng for Balestier. Gallagher. There's Koza. Okay, first time cross. Goes over everyone. I think the only annoying thing here from Balestier's point of view is that they haven't scored more.
Yeah. They've had quite a number of chances that they should have put away.
An update on the VAR situation. VAR is back up and running. So we will have that available if necessary. Well, match officials haven't really had too much to do. It's been one-way traffic. Pretty straightforward for Balestier Khalsa and for the officials so far. Faisal with the throw. Can he do something with this here, Tanjong Pagar? Just in behind Mota. Chance to break forward. Has Azim on the outside. Mota goes on his own. And shot easily blocked by Madhu Mohana.
Yeah, for once, we are seeing a Tanjong Pagar attack. Mota opted to go himself.
Was left by Gallagher. Referee didn't see anything wrong with that. It's a matter of players running into each other. There's Farse.
It's too simple. It's too simple for Farse. He's just waiting for the tackle to come in first and just skipped it across.
Koza. Not a bad idea. That's Fukushiro. Was he fouled by Shahada? Might have been, but the referee doing well to play the advantage again. Gallagher, Farse, all that space to work with once more. A bit more cover for Azim this time around. Sile just in front of him. That's Tay, Sugita. Back to Darren Tay. Going forward for Gallagher. Trying to go around that defensive block.
Oh, Shahada must now be being forced to play as the defender number 6 on the left-hand side, which means that they don't have anyone up front except for Mota.
There you go. Sugita. It's good defending from Cross.
Sugita could have won a corner kick of his defender there.
Mota. Well, first time we've seen Tanjong Pagar have a bit of possession. That's Matthew Silva. He's not the best with the ball at his feet, the goalkeeper. Koza up on to Fukushiro. Couldn't quite get away, Fukushiro. This cross drives in field. Solid challenge from Gallagher. Referee is thinking about blowing his whistle for the free kick. Plays the advantage. Could be a great advantage for Tanjong Pagar. That's an opening. That's a good opportunity.
Yeah. Well, they are creating a little bit more, possessing the ball a little bit more. Tanjong Pagar, but I think on the flip side, Balestier Khalsa now, they can't put off the pressure. They still need to maintain it because it's really close to half-time. You don't want to concede so close to the whistle being blown and you go into half-time in a position where you're less comfortable.
Nicely done from Balestier again. Fukushiro using his body well. Oh, just wide.
Oh, what a chance for the number 9, Tanaka, that flick. Let's look at it again. Didn't see the flick, but used his body well to just let the ball roll in front before him, or rather allowing himself to take that shot. Took a small look. Just didn't do enough to hit the target. I think this is one of the few matches that I haven't seen Hafiz Ahmad on the ball yet.
I don't remember the earlier one, much earlier in the first half, where he had to be quick off his line. But aside from that,
he didn't have a lot to do as well.
Doesn't have to make a save.
Yeah, no save, no attempts that he needs to be really wary of.
I think he'll be happy with that, considering the number of goals he's conceded this season and sort of work he's had to do in the goalkeeping department.
Well, his job
for once getting to enjoy
exactly. Just
the football in front of him.
Look at the game, enjoy it, make sure that your teammates in front of you are doing their jobs defensively as well, so the ball doesn't need to come to you.
There's Farse. towards the byline once again. And Azim Akbar has had a tough outing against Anton Fase.
I don't think there's anybody else on the bench to make that change. It could be Mota coming back just to have a bit of pace against Anton Fase, but the bench is really light in terms of defensive options.
And then if you do bring Mota back, you then lose that threat going forward.
And I think you need that more at this point of time.
That's Tanaka. He's going to have another opportunity. Yeah, minimum of 1 minute. Again, pretty much expected. He could have blown the whistle right on the 45-minute mark, to be fair. There's not been too much that's gone on. I just needed to add on that time. And just as I say that, there is a little bit of a check going on in the background. So next delivery from Tanaka, just being held up for the moment. Okay, nothing wrong. So on we go. Looking to flick that on the near post was Gallagher. Nice take. Tanaka back in. Talipov with the header. It's a good defensive header. Gets height, gets distance, but they just can't win any of these second balls.
Yeah. Well, all those second balls are going to one of the red players all the time.
Floated in. With the head of Azim Akbar. Tanaka goes towards the back post. Touched away by Faisal Roslan. And Ryan Rahman just puts it straight out for a throw-in. Last chance, this one perhaps for Balestier to get their third. Koza drives it in, spilled by Silva. And no one there to put away the rebound. So a very one-sided first 45 minutes. A great showing from Balestier Khalsa. So far in this fixture, they have controlled this matchup. Kodai Tanaka has been excellent for them, getting the 2 goals. The first one coming the 13th, the next one in the 18th. Up to 6 goals in the Singapore Cup now for Kodai Tanaka. They have been all over Tanjong Pagar United. The home side have been excellent in attack, and they have controlled the game when they haven't had the ball as well. Plenty for the away side to think about at half-time here, as Balestier Khalsa lead by 2 goals to 0. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium for the Singapore Cup fixture between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. It's been one-way traffic. Balestier Khalsa have been very much on top, leading by 2-0, but it could have been a lot more than that, with several opportunities in the first half created. Now let's have a look at the opening goal coming in the 13th minute of this match. Fukashiro with a low drive into the area, touched away by Korai Tanaka for his 5th of this Singapore Cup.
A good build-up here by Balestier Khalsa, just finding that space behind the two central players, which allowed, or rather which forced Faisal Roslan to get out of position. We have lesser players in the center. Korai Tanaka just sneaking in, scoring that goal for Balestier Khalsa.
Yeah, he will be on the score sheet once again. Good run, nice turn of pace, gets past Talipov away from Syed Akmal, and passes that essentially past Matthew Silva.
Oh, too easy here, I feel, defensively for Korai Tanaka to score that goal, and look at the amount of space and time that he had.
2 goals in the first 18 minutes for Balestier. The one and only chance for Tanjong Pagar in that first half, and I think we're being generous by calling that a chance, right, Rahman?
Yeah, I think this is far, or rather by far, the least that they could have gotten close to the penalty box. But this one here, good chance for Fukashiro to extend the lead and pretty much close the game for Balestier Khalsa here, using his body really well to just let the ball roll in front. Let's look at it here. Yeah, second touch, third touch, had a look, and his shot was out of range and unlucky for Balestier Khalsa.
Sending it just wide there. Riku Fukashiro perhaps should have done better in that situation. Again, it says 2 attempts for Tanjong Pagar. Nothing on target. Hafiz Ahmad hasn't had to make a save or really get involved in that first half. Balestier Khalsa completely dominant with the 13 attempts, 4 of them on target. Just the 2 goals, 77% possession, so absolutely bossing it. And again, I think going into the break, the only thing they'll be upset about is the fact that they haven't actually scored a few more. So another match going on this evening in the Singapore Cup at halftime over at Jalan Besar Stadium. It is Hougang United 0, BG Tampines Rovers 0. A draw there sends both sides through into the next stage of the competition. So we'll keep an eye on that one as we progress through the evening. 4 matches from match day 5 so far, with the Lion City Sailors defeating Geylang International by 3-1 to get us started. Young Lions yesterday, 7-1 win against Albrechts Niigata Singapore. And then we've just gone through the goals and the results of the matches we have this evening so far. One more game coming up for you tomorrow. PG Pathum United up against the Lion City Sailors, and that is for top spot in Group B. Both of those sides have already made it in through the semi-final of the 2024-25 Singapore Cup. We'll go away for another break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium, just ahead of the second 45 here between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. This is match day 5 of the 2024-25 Singapore Cup, just wrapping up the group stage, really, the final match of this group campaign for both these sides. Neither one of these teams has a chance of making it through into the semi-final of this competition, but plenty to play for in terms of trying to get themselves back into a run of form, and so far it's looking great for the home side. In the lead by 2-0. They've had plenty of opportunities in that first half. I think 12 attempts at goal, just a 4 on target, and they've only scored 2 goals. But they've been great going forward, Balestier, and they've controlled the game wonderfully well on the defensive side of things, closing the spaces, closing the gaps, counter-pressing brilliantly, and they've not given Tanjong Pagar any opportunities in that first half. The trouble, their goalkeeper Hafiz Ahmad, who's been comfortable. He's been a spectator. Hide Kamis, who's also enjoyed Balestier's display alongside me in the commentary position. I know this is probably a difficult question to answer here, Hide, but I'm going to ask you the obvious one. What do Tanjong Pagar United have to do to try and turn things around here in the second half?
Well, I think tactically they can't really defend this deep anymore. I think they have to really go further forward in terms of trying to win the ball higher up the field, and at the same time, let's again do the simple things right. Get your passes right, get your controls right, get your positions right, be more active in your head to make sure that you know, you're always trying to get ahead of any Balestier players who's going on and trying to get the ball off you. There's a bit of change here for Tanjong Pagar. Marcus Moses, number 78, is coming in for number 32, Sail Suhaimi.
That's right.
Yep. A lot of, I think if I were to think about this substitute, it could be a situation where, you know, my senior players are not going to put in the work. Why should I put the senior players in? I just take them out, put a younger player in who's willing to work, who's willing to run, who's willing to put in the yards in, and at least if we still lose, we're not losing without a fight.
Yeah, it's familiar territory for Marcus Moses, who's on loan from the Lion City Sailors, and he's been given opportunities of Tanjong Pagar. This is his first appearance in the Singapore Cup, though. Nolam Shah will not have been pleased with what he saw from his side in the first half. I'd imagine there were, I was going to say a few words exchanged during the break, but I think there was only one person doing the talking in their dressing room, and it would have been Nolam Shah. I'm not sure if anyone else would have been too keen to say anything to their coach. So he's made the change. He made one in the first half with Harish Krishna Kumar coming off to be replaced by Zenivio Mota, and he's made another one here as we get the second half underway. Marcus Moses, a 20-year-old, coming on and looking to try and make a difference for his side. It's Tanjong Pagar United in the purple and black, going from right to left on your screens, up against Balestier Khalsa in the red and white, going from left to right.
Well, from the situation or the start point, we can see them trying to press up high already, Tanjong Pagar, and I think that would be a key and positive change that would definitely change the way that the game has gone for them.
Moses' first appearance in the Singapore Cup, but he's made 2 appearances for Tanjong Pagar in the Singapore Premier League since joining them. Well, that will register as an attempt. It was way off from Raihan Rahman.
Oh, eventually, if you don't take those shots, you can't really score. So let's get that out of the way and focus on what is at hand.
That's Faisal. Cross in a bit more of an advanced position as well.
Yeah, I think Faisal is playing on the left-hand side defensively. If you look at the results, I don't think Tanjong Pagar is totally out of it. Still 2 goals. If they score early on, or even at minute 60, minute 70, they still have quite some time to get the equalizer. If they don't concede anymore.
That's better from Raihan and from Tanjong Pagar. Much more aggressive starting position.
Yeah.
As a side, higher up the pitch here.
But they need to take initiative right now. You can't really wait for them to, or rather for Balestier to come to your half and you start defending only when they are in your half. You don't have a striker who can hold on to the ball well when you win the ball in your own half, and that's your first option is straight to your striker, which is why you need to defend higher up, press higher up, and win the ball higher up.
Free kick from Wada. Deng with the header for Balestier. And a chance to break. Koray Tanaka, he's got options ahead of him. Picks the right one in the form of Anton Farse. Push and run. And what a run this is from Farse into Sugita.
Oh.
Tight angle. We tried to make the most of that.
Oh, Matthew Silva should have gotten that first ahead of Sugita. Should have collected that. Should have gotten in front of the oncoming Sugita. Really lucky here, but look at the pace of Anton Farse, just pushing ahead and just dashing past his opponent. Sugita as well, having that awareness to just come through to the near post.
That's Marcus Moses. That back line for Tanjong Pagar, which means a cross has been given the chance to move forward in attack.
The referee, or the assistant referee, didn't flag up for offside. If Cross had controlled the ball better, that would be a situation where again could have scored.
A little higher press from Tanjong Pagar now in the second half, and Hafiz Ahmad having a bit more work to do. Part of Balestier's build-up from the back, trying to break through that high press of the opposition. That's Fukashiro. Stay into Koza. Oh, lovely ball, beautifully done into Koray Tanaka. Couldn't find a way past Matthew Silva for his hat-trick.
How did the ball get through? 3 centre-backs.
Wonderful vision there from Alan Koza. It's another chance, not taken by Balestier. Fukashiro. Koza. Koza with the effort. A few players in front of him there, Silva. So just chose to palm it away.
What a ball here from Alan Koza. Koray Tanaka took the ball further out to his left. But again, I think he wanted to play the ball over the on-rushing goalkeeper, Matthew Silva, but made the wrong choice there in terms of execution.
Cross over the head of Shahadat.
Decent cross from Cross towards the space exactly where it's supposed to be. Shahadat Masnawi just not quick enough to get there first.
Well, there's been a goal over at Jalan Besar. It's Suki Inomoto with the opening goal in that one against Hougang.
And I think that means DPMM and BG Tampines are going through at this point.
Stepping across there, Azim. All DPMM can do is watch on and hope that BG Tampines go on to win that.
It's totally out of their hands now. Oh, fantastic move. Oh, another
Tanaka. Was he taken out there by Marcus Moses? No, says the referee. This will be looked at.
Another chance there, gone begging for Khalsa here. Fantastic play between those two players. Just one touch play, one touch movement. And it fell nicely for Kodai Tanaka. Couldn't really see from that angle.
Don't think that's going to be given.
Yeah.
Got a shot away early, Kodai Tanaka. And there was enough pressure put on him.
I think he could have scored at least 5 this evening with the quality of chances that he's presented to.
Third in the top scorers charts for the Singapore League. Kodai Tanaka with 20 league goals. I'm not even going to call it a race for the Golden Boot because there is
no race.
Yes. Tomoyuki Doi, 39 league goals. No, the thing is that Hide, we're not going to get to see either Doi or Tanaka in the next stage of this Singapore Cup, and they've been having very productive Singapore Cup campaigns in front of goal as well.
Yeah, I think that the one that we have right now is only Batram Zala at 5 goals.
We saw in the first half Shahadat Masnawi looking for an overhead kick, and there he goes again. This time around he gives away a free kick.
I think you have to put things into context. It's too far away. It's just too far away from the goal to even try that overhead kick or bicycle kick.
We're talking about the race for the Golden Boot. Not much of it in the Singapore Premier League, but there is one in the Singapore Cup. Kodai Tanaka up to 6 goals. Doi also with the 6 goals. The chance for Tanaka this evening to go clear. And Kaisei Ogawa is there as well. You mentioned Bart Remsala on 5. Kaisei Ogawa also on 5 after his 4-goal blast last night against Albrechts Niigata. And if DPMM do go through, then Davis Ikoniaks will have a chance to add on to his 4 goals. And T will be keen to score a few more as well after his hat-trick against Geylang International. It's Kodai Tanaka with the delivery. Well, here's a name that you wouldn't have guessed will be featuring on that list of top scorers, Faisal Roslan. 2 goals.
I think both were penalties, right? Yeah. So he's the designated penalty taker for Tanjong Pagar.
Here is Syed Akmal. There's Zenibia Mota. Bit of hesitation at the back by Balestier. Mota can make them pay.
Oh.
Shahadat made a good run.
Yeah, he was he had to make that run. He had to be quicker, but he was doing his best trying to get into the penalty box. Look at that speed there in the center. Slid in. But again, I don't think there was a situation where he needed to use his right foot. A left foot drive in could be a better situation.
Not exactly known for his finishing. Shahadat Masnawi, the 23-year-old, has yet to score in the Singapore Cup in his career. This one is appearance number 7. And he's only got 3 goals in the Singapore Premier League in 47 appearances in his career. 2 this season in 22 appearances for Tanjong Pagar in the Singapore Premier League. Not great numbers for an attacker.
Yeah. Definitely, especially when you're playing in the number 9 role, you're the furthest ahead.
Wada delivers in. No questions about his work ethic though.
Yeah.
Shahadat.
Yeah. You see him working, you see him pressing, you see him trying to get the ball off his opponents every time. But again, you're a striker, you are judged by your goals, not how many tackles that you make in the attacking third.
Would you think about playing him in a different position then? Perhaps maybe as a winger?
I don't think he has the characteristics of a winger. I don't think he's good enough to take on players. I don't think he's good enough to send those crosses in. If I were to play him a winger, I'll just play a longer ball to him to make sure he wins the aerial balls.
Look at this from Fukashiro. Excellent from Fukashiro. Koza into the box. Fase!
Oh.
Another big chance. And if you're Riku Fukashiro here, you'd be annoyed with your teammate for that, because it came about from his incredible work to win it back for his side.
And again, look at Talipov. Look how slow his reaction was. He knew exactly that could be a situation, or that could be an option for Anton Fase to receive the ball. And the moment the pass was being made, halfway through, he reacted only after that. But Anton Fase should have scored.
Yeah.
3-0. Should have been 3-0.
18 attempts. We've only scored 2. And we're talking, Hide, still 6 of them on target. We're talking about good quality chances. We're not talking about half chances here.
I think out of the 6 on target, or rather the 18 attempts, at least more than half of it is good quality ones where they should have buried it into the net.
I think you're just annoyed as well, because you said we might see a 7-1, and to be fair to you, we should be well on the way there with the chances we've seen from Balestier. Although the 1 for, I'm assuming you, Tanjong Pagar, looking a little bit far-fetched at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he can come from anywhere. I think maybe I can't really find a situation where he can score, or find a player who can score those goals. Nearest would be Thiago Mota.
Zenivia Mota?
Zenivia Mota. Thiago Mota is...
There he is with the cross.
My apologies.
It's all right. There you go, Zenivia Mota. So it's not going too well for Thiago Mota, by the way, as well. Just been let go by Juventus. Anyway, back here in the Singapore Premier League, that's Ryan. Floats that one in, picked up by Zenivia Mota.
Well, Balestier is somehow allowing Tanjong Pagar to slowly get back in the game. You know, they are missing chances, and the least they can do right now is to stop Tanjong Pagar from creating one.
Let's cross with the signal. Lifted into the area. Deng. Let's hit her away. Wada is taking it off Fukashiro though. That's Azim. Back to cross. Faisal. Good try there from Faisal Roslan with the back heel. Away by Raihan. Straight to Fase. He's fouled by Wada. And he's asking the question of the referee, why wasn't there a booking there for Tomoki Wada?
Yeah, I think a fair protest.
Well, you said this earlier as well, Hide. You know, in terms of the scoreline, still just the 2 goals in it.
Yeah.
And that will give Tanjong Pagar United a little bit of belief. If they can get one,
Yeah, exactly.
they could get themselves back into it.
Well, they are coming closer in the second half rather than the first 50 minutes. At least maybe 2 chances where I thought that they could have done a little bit more in terms of trying to score those goals. And I think it also came about because Tanjong Pagar, or rather Balestier Khalsa, were not at 100% in defensive mode. Things will change if Tanjong Pagar gets 1 goal.
That's Tanaka. Keeps it in. Deflected away by Silva. That was not a bad idea from Zenevio Mota.
Yeah, that was the only angle that he could play the ball forward.
Khalsa to Gallagher. Nice spin there from Korai Tanaka.
It's always this situation where you have to protect the ball, and it's always difficult as well because the onrushing defender will always be coming in at speed.
We're hearing that might be a change coming up. Another one for Tanjong Pagar United. Salih Cisse. Just in a bit of discussion with Noalam Shah on his way to warm up. There you go. That's a great shot of that, right on cue. Salih Cisse getting a few instructions before his introduction here.
I think he's definitely going to add some more threat up front. It's better holding on to the ball. He has speed.
Gallagher back to Tanaka. Here's Sugita. Stalipov. Header. Shahadat. Not a great clearance. Comes back out, and Jared Gallagher not getting any sort of decent contact on that attempt.
Not expecting more from him, especially when the ball was rolling nicely for him. He's pretty much sweeping it up rather than getting in contact with the middle of the ball.
That's good closing down from Balestier again. We've seen that a lot from them in this matchup.
Yeah.
Working hard off the ball.
Balestier losing a little of their rhythm. Not similar as how it was in the first half.
Sliding in there, Fudil. Wada. Shahadat leaves it for Mota. Shot coming off Madhu Mohana. Could be looking at a clean sheet here for Balestier. We'll come back to that in just a bit. We've got a score update. Shah Shahiran from the penalty spot makes it 2 to BG Tampines, who are on their way to finishing top of their group in Group A, and also doing DPMM a bit of a favor.
I think the happiest would be DPMM.
Fukashiro for that cutback, which was blocked by Timur Talipov. Well, just going back to mentioning about the clean sheet. The first one for Balestier since their 5-0 win against Tanjong Pagar in October of last year. Almost found Deng. Instead, it was Faisal Roslan, the defensive header. Comes back to the box once more. Another punch from Silva.
Well, they have the numbers in there. And they have physicality as well. Two centre backs, quite threatening in the air.
Tanaka, swinger. Talipov. Let's come back in. Bit of confusion at the back from Tanjong Pagar. They get it away, doing just enough. Silva was with the goal line intervention.
I think Talipov and Matthew Silva was not talking to one another. But the pace has died down,
Yeah,
as well. Not really the same intensity as it was in the first half.
Tanaka. Seeing a lot of movement from him.
Yeah.
Koray Tanaka, he's been on the left, he's been in the middle, out on the right now. Incredibly mobile.
Yeah, I think good thing as well, they have players replacing him in the center. They have numbers in the center right now as well.
Tanaka's cross, headed away by Marcus Moses, and then Faisal Roslan. A chance to break here for Tanjong Pagar. Gallagher sliding it back to Deng. There's an injury here for Raihan, it looks like. Just in the follow through there as Gallagher came sliding across.
Yeah, first one, Talipov got ahead of Matthew Silva, but as the ball went back in.
There was another one, wasn't there? Yes, it went in and he had to really shift across quickly, Silva. So here's the change.
Being replaced by number 9,
Salif Cisse, who was on for Shahadat Masnawi.
Yeah, this is the one I think Balestier Khalsa has to be really careful about, because this guy can do things on his own. He has the ability to control it, hold up the play and get everyone involved. I think it was just a follow through from Jared Gallagher. Nothing much in it.
He's put in a few of those challenges himself,
Yeah.
Raihan.
Yep. He
his
got
career.
red carded. Well, he got red carded from a similar challenge. Late challenge, really late challenge as well.
A few of the younger Balestier Khalsa fans in attendance. I think they'll be quite happy with what they've seen so far from the
Yeah.
home side. They just, I think, would have liked to have seen a few more goals.
Yeah. They would be really happy with how the first half has gone. I think second half, I think the intensity, the drive, the purpose is not exactly the same. Hey?
Just having a bit of a chuckle there because Sugita knew exactly what he was doing, and that is good refereeing because he didn't fall for that. He was told to get up immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
And Sugita knew he was going to lose possession. He decided to go down, just fell over, and wasn't given the free kick. There you go. Yeah, handball is the call. That's what the free kick was given for. It's working so hard there, Fukashiro. You can hear that from to the supporters in the stands as well. Those words coming through. Hard work. Mota quickly shut down by Fudil. Carries on with the pressing there, Fudil. Managed to break free of that, Tanjong Pagar. Here's Faisal Roslan.
Well, he has this tendency for the Roslan where the moment he feels like he has an opportunity to take a shot, even if it's at 40 yards, 50 yards, he will try to take it. I think that situation maybe he could have played it to cross on the left-hand side, or even advance a little bit more before deciding on what to do.
Well, you know what, Hide? That's a shot on target.
Well, shot on target number 1. I didn't really threaten.
No, you're
at all. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
You know, when you look at numbers, sometimes numbers are misleading. Right? You can have 10 shots on target, but if none of it is going to threaten the goalkeeper, that's pretty much a useless stat or a useless piece of data.
Yeah, it's just a flippant remark there.
Yeah.
A bit facetious of that comment. Good ball in. Fukashiro.
He could have gone for goal on the near post. I think Matthew Silva was out a little bit too much, too far out.
Cisse. Nicely defended that by Madu Wahana.
Yeah, look at the position of Matthew Silva. I think maybe it's a little bit too far for Bashiro.
Wada. Said Akmal. Foul there from Azim Akbar, and the yellow card. He's tried to keep them in his pocket, the referee. He just felt at that point couldn't dismiss that one without a booking.
Tough day for Azim, having to manage and defend against Anton Fase.
Sugita. Madu. Nicely done by Darente. Tiny bit of skill. It's it back from Kurai Tanaka with the reverse pass into the box. That should be finished off. No mistake this time around. Balestier deserve that third goal. And it's Sugita who puts that away for his first in the Singapore Cup.
Well, the third goal came finally after taking so many, or after having so many chances. This time around, Sugita was, I think, a little bit closer than what he had in the first half of the chance. And Darente playing it beautifully between the two Tanjong Pagar players with good pace as well to it. And Sugita only had just one touch to make it right, and he was in a better position, better angle for him to take his team into a 3-goal lead. First goal for Sugita in the Singapore Cup. And I think this could be the end of the night for Tanjong Pagar as well.
Sugita's last goal in the Singapore Cup was back in October of 2022 in a 4-0 win for Albrechts Niigata against the Young Lions, Albrechts' former club. 2 career goals in the Singapore Cup. Has won in the Singapore Premier League this season for Balestier. His second campaign with this club. So a chance for Peter Drew to make some changes here. One of those players coming on, Ignatius Ang, the other, Harith Kanadi.
Yeah, I think looking at Jared Gallagher, just looking at his coach, Peter Deru, and giving a thumbs up, he should be moving back to, or rather moving to the right back position. Ignatius Ang going on the right side ahead of him, and Kashiro coming back to the center. A lot of personnel change and also position change as well. Harith Kanadi, I don't think he's going to be playing anywhere else except for that left back. Good work here, Tanaka.
As Koza gets away from Raihan. As Korai Tanaka has been everywhere for Balestier in attack. Such a huge impact for them. It's Gallagher playing it right back, as you mentioned, Hide. Reshuffle in positions. Harith Kanadi over at left back, gets a touch.
Well, I think usually you don't really want to have a lot of positional change as well. You make subs, you got to make sure that these players understand and feel the role of whatever they've had. And moving Jared Gallagher to right back is a totally different position, totally different feel. But you know, as long as the training up is pretty much okay.
He's played in that position as well for BG Tampines prior to his move to Balestier. I get what you're saying. The profiles are very different.
Yeah. I think his role when he was in BG was different as well. He tucks in every time there is a build-up, but I don't think he does it here. Azim has to be careful. Already yellow carded.
Yeah, he does have to watch out, Azim Akbar. Well, I'm sure keeping faith with Azim Akbar in spite of his difficulties coming up against Anton Farse.
Well, I think in the second half, the attacks on the left-hand side for Balestier were not a lot.
Silva, another punch. Doesn't want to take too many chances, Silva, in terms of his goalkeeping style. When it's played into his feet, just tends to send him long, and then you've seen his choices of some of his decision-making here. Chooses to punch rather than to catch.
I think his defense didn't help him there, blocking his run out.
I'm just hearing that things are getting interesting over at Jalan Besar. Hougang have gotten one back. Luca Tan Vasier on the 79th. They need one more. Point will get Hougang through into the next stage on goal difference. Beat DPMM as well by 5 goals to 1.
I think if they do qualify, the DPMM would be really disappointed with how things have gone, and they were in control of the group up until the last game.
Oh, there's been another goal, I'm hearing. Just waiting to get confirmation of that. Okay, that one has gone to BG Tampines. Dylan Fox making it 3. 3-1 over there, and DPMM can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I'm sure all of them would be looking at the game and hoping BG Tampines would kill the game out or see the game out.
It looks like that will very well be the case, as Raihan needs some treatment here. Very sporting of Riku Fukashiro to try and help out. Gets himself a bottle of water from the Tanjong Pagar physios. Referee sharing that bottle of water with Riku Fukashiro as well.
I think it's just a bout of cramps. I think he just wanted to turn and his body stiffed up, his calf stiffed up.
Yeah, I mean, there was no challenge, was there? It's just
a wild swing.
Yeah. How about that for a shot? That's essentially what he's done this evening, Hafiz Ahmad.
Yeah.
He's been a spectator, and I mean that in a very positive sense, because he's really not had too much to do. You see him leaning against the goalpost there. Absolutely brilliant.
Although he had more to do in the second half, still didn't have that much. Only had maybe one shot from either Roslan.
Brilliant stuff from the director here, and the camera person who's gotten that shot. Well done. That was lovely. So a couple of changes here. Torsten Takashi Cross and Azim Akbar have come off for Tanjong Pagar. Just held off on the changes initially because they wanted to see how Raihan Rahman was going to get on. So Israfil Yusof and Farid Jafiri are both on for Tanjong Pagar. Oh, they're going to come on anyway. They're still out here on the sidelines. Well, Farid is already on and ready to take the throw-in. And it's the number 77, Israfil, who's waiting for his turn. There you go. They've changed it up. It was supposed to be well, there you go. It was supposed to be one of Cross is gone. Instead, Israfil is on. It was supposed to be Azim Akbar. It's Raihan Rahman who is unable to continue, so he's come off. Bit of confusion there. Cisse with the effort. Koza's gone down now.
I think this is maybe the first time we are seeing these two guys coming in on the pitch for Balestier Khalsa.
Yeah, we saw just a minute added on at the end of that first half. So there'll be a few more added on at the end of the second half here. A few stoppages that we've had, players going down, needing some treatment. We've also had a number of substitutions take place. That's how relaxed it's been for Hafiz Ahmad. He's going to try and keep himself occupied.
Well, that's what you have to do as a goalkeeper when you don't have anything to do. You gotta do some jogs, do some runs, stretch yourself, just to keep yourself in the game.
Almost a little bit of a night off for him because, as I said earlier, he's been involved in a lot this season. Whether it's the build-up, whether it's the possession, whether it's the concession of goals this campaign. So
I think he deserves a day off.
A nice moment for him.
Substitution for Balestier Khalsa.
So two changes coming up for Balestier here. One of them is the number 14, Elijah Lim. The other is the number 5, Emmerich Ong. Anton Farse is going to be coming off, as is Madhu Mohana.
Well, remember, Peter Deru saying that Tanjong Pasir will not get the full 90.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that. Well, he was true to his word. It's not the full 90, but it's close.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe he forgot about what he said or his initial plan. I think for Tanjong Pasir, 60 or 70 minutes would do him nice, rather than 86 or 87.
Also, it didn't look like he had as much of an impact in this second half as he did in the first. One more goal for BG Tampines. Faris Ramli, I think that should be it then.
Yeah.
Over at Jalan Besar.
No way back for Hougang.
On it back well with Tanaka. He's trying to release Elijah. Samrik Gong. Well, the next things for Balestier Khalsa here is to try and see out the match with a clean sheet.
Yeah.
And incredibly, all their clean sheets this season will have come against Tanjong Pagar, the only team they've kept clean sheets against. 2 in the league, this one in the Singapore Cup, if it stays this way. Fizama getting a rare touch on the ball. Mota. Peter Drew wasn't happy with that from Alan Koza, saying don't get sloppy. Cisse with the ball in. With the clearance. Collected by Wada. Talipov. It's going right through the back of Faisal Roslan. There was Masahiro Sugita.
Yeah, I didn't get the ball at all. His right leg is going through.
Cisse. Good footwork from the big man.
Finally, another attempt as well from Tanjong Pagar. Again, all these things being done individually from Salif Cisse. Not that far off.
The approach play was nice. It was smart work from Cisse. Taken quickly. Too quick for the referee's liking. There's going to be a booking here for Zenivio Mota.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time.
Fukashiro, Tanaka. It looked like it went up for a goal kick. Assistant referee doesn't think so. It's gone out for a throw in here. So just 2 yellow cards in this match, both of them going to Tanjong Pagar United players. Azim Akbar with the first one of this game. Next one was coming. Next one was for Zenivio Mota. Minimum 4 minutes. Harit. Coming together there between Timur Talipov and Nico Fukashiro. Balestier, you want to try and avoid any injuries here as well.
Yeah. Well, they've gotten their win. It looks like it's going to be a clean sheet.
Yeah, looks to be the case as they're coming together.
Yeah, it's just a 50-50 challenge. Talipov coming in strong.
So there's going to be 4 wins from 4 meetings this season between Balestier and Tanjong Pagar. For Balestier against Tanjong Pagar. 3 clean sheets in 4 matches. And 18 goals scored against this opposition, and still just the 2 conceded. Peter de Roo will stretch his winning streak against Tanjong Pagar to 8 matches.
I think Amirudin is also just coming back from injury. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities to play, even when he was fully fit.
Also someone who'll be very familiar with Bishan Stadium. Amirudin Ashraf played for Home United and the Lion City Sailors. He is coming on. And, he replaces Riku Fukashiro.
Number 9, Riku Fukashiro, being replaced by number 19, Amirudin Ashraf.
Peter de Roo's only defeat against Tanjong Pagar was in his very first match against them back in the 9th of September 2022. Nishisang to Korai Tanaka. There's Elijah Lim. It's bundled over.
Took too long to decide what he wanted to do, Malaysia.
Well, it's best to keep that in play. It's Farid. Well, these 2 sides will be coming up against each other in just a few days' time in the Singapore Premier League. Also here at Bishan Stadium. Balestier Khalsa take on Tanjong Pagar once more on the 5th of April. Here's Anivia Mota. Chance for Balestier Khalsa to just try and build up some momentum with these back-to-back games coming up against Tanjong Pagar. Not coming up, set to take place the next one.
Oh,
The whistle has gone there.
could be from a late tackle.
We're hearing that Korai Tanaka has been named man of the match. I think quite rightly. He's been fantastic this evening, Korai Tanaka. It's not just the 2 goals that he scored, but also his overall contribution.
Yeah, I think he's done really well. I think besides the goals that he put in for Balestier, he has been involved in a lot of situations in attack.
And that's it. Full time here at the Bishan Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, the full-time score is...
A complete performance by Balestier Khalsa, who pick up yet another win against Tanjong Pagar United. They're 4th in 4 meetings this campaign. And it's another clean sheet against them. 3 lovely goals on the night. It could have been a lot more for the home side. Korai Tanaka getting the party started in the 13th minute with his 5th of the Singapore Cup. And then adding another one to make it 2-0 just 5 minutes later for his 6th of this campaign. And we had to wait until the 76th for Sugita to pick up the 3rd for Balestier. Tanjong Pagar United, a really disappointing evening here at Bishan Stadium. Never really threatened, caused any sort of issues for this Balestier Khalsa side. They'll be looking to try and play themselves back into some sort of form here, Balestier. They have got Tanjong Pagar United up next in a Singapore Premier League fixture. Both these sides bringing in to their Singapore Cup campaign for 2024 and 2025. Balestier Khalsa come away with the win, and they finish 3rd in this group. Final score at Bishan Stadium: Balestier Khalsa 3, Tanjong Pagar United 0. Let's have a look at the goals from this fixture and some of the chances that we've seen tonight. Beginning with this one in the 13th minute, Korai Tanaka getting us started with this touch at the near post past Matthew Silva.
Well, nobody really tracked the run of Fukashiro behind the defense, and Faisal Roslan had to get out of position there to provide that pressure, but good shot in, or rather the good drive in by Fukashiro to allow Tanaka to sneak in and just have a touch. Second goal here was a big mistake by the Tanjong Pagar player Harish, and it allowed a turn of pace, change of acceleration or change of pace by Korai Tanaka. Just left every single one of them for dead. Basically, like what you mentioned earlier on, he passed the ball into the back of the net. Too simple for him to score that goal. And this is the last, or the first real half chance that Tanjong Pagar had in the first half. Raihan Rahman coming through, receiving across from Mota, but again, didn't get that final touch. Needed to control the ball and trouble Hafiz Ahmad, who had pretty much nothing to do in the first half.
It could have been the hat-trick for Korai Tanaka here. Played in behind brilliantly by Alan Koza in the 50th minute. Just couldn't beat Silva on this occasion.
What a ball from Alan Koza there, just threading it through for the striker to just take a touch, take his tally to number 3.
Well, a chance here for Tanjong Pagar. With Shahadat Masnawi making that late run. This was in the 55th minute.
Yeah, I think this was the best chance for Tanjong Pagar. Again, he was free in the middle. He slid through, or else he slid in, and didn't get the contact that he wanted. But this was as close as he can get for Tanjong Pagar throughout the whole game.
Final goal of the night, this one. Some lovely work from Darren Tay and then Korai Tanaka in the lead up to it. And Sugita with a good run into the box. Simple finish in the end to make it 3-0.
Yeah, lovely piece of play from the Balestier side here. Korai Tanaka just playing it through, holding on, waiting for that run by Sugita. Definitely not offside. Waited his run, or rather timed his run perfectly in for goal number 3. For me, the goal number 3 came a little too late for Balestier's liking as well. And looking at the stats that we are going to see at this point of time, 20 attempts with 7 on target. Possession count should be more or less about the same throughout the whole game. Corner kicks as well, 8-1. And Faisal Roslan getting that 1 shot on target, 1 attempt on target for Tanjong Pagar throughout the whole game, and pretty much summed up the whole game for both sides.
Yeah, that's right. Comprehensive performance from Balestier over here at Bishan. Over at Jalan Besar. Commanding victory by BG Tampines after a goalless first half. Itsuki Inomoto putting the scoring in the 49th minute there for BG Tampines. After that delivery from Zlatkovic, driven in low, and just needed a touch from Inomoto. Another one coming up here for BG Tampines, because it would have been a handball there from Tajeli. It was spotted by the referee.
Yeah, not a surprise.
Quite clear.
Yeah, quite clear for everyone.
Shahiran stepping up to put that away, going in off the post. Talk about precision, doesn't get any better than that or any closer than that. Making it 2-0. Putting BG Tampines in control of this one. Until Hougang were able to pull one back here from Lukatan Vasier. Talented young player coming on off the bench to make an impact, and he certainly did with that goal, which gave Hougang a bit of hope here. A point would have been enough for them to progress, but BG Tampines weren't going to be happy to settle for just that draw. Looking to pull clear. Dylan Fox with the header off that corner, getting a goal for his new club. Nicely finished off there to make it 3-1. More goals to come for BG Tampines in this fixture. Sia Kunori driving forward with this, making the right decisions. Inamoto with the assist. Faris Ramli with the simple tap-in on the far side of the area to make it 4, and they weren't done. Late on, getting another one here. Arya Igami with that driving run right through the middle. Faris Ramli powers home his second goal of the night at the near post, beating the goalkeeper there. Make it 5-1 for BG Tampines. A brilliant win for them in that group. Lots of goals we've had so far on match day 5 of the Singapore Cup. 3-1 win for the Lion City Sailors against Geylang International. 7-1 for the Young Lions against Albirex Niigata Singapore. 5-1. We just saw all those goals from BG Tampines against Hougang United, and then 3 here at Bishan between Balestier and Tanjong Pagar United. And it could have been a lot more for the home side, Balestier Khalsa. So here's a look at what it means for the standings. Lion City Sailors and BG Pathum United already qualified. Balestier Khalsa, they hold on to a 3rd spot with their 2 victories and their 2 defeats. They go up to 6 points. Tanjong Pagar United will finish the group stage in 4th. And a very disappointing Singapore Cup campaign for Geylang International, who are bottom of the table with just a point. In Group A, BG Tampines have secured progression in style, unbeaten through the group stage. And that result helps Brunei DPMM move into the semi-final as well. An opportunity missed by Hougang United, who have been displaced by the Young Lions, who will finish in 3rd. Albirex Niigata Singapore with no points from their 4 matches as that group stage campaign comes to an end. One more game coming up in the group stage. BG Pathum United against the Lion City Sailors. That will be a big one, happening at Jalan Besar Stadium. Kickoff from 8:30 p.m. The battle to finish top of that group. Well, thanks for joining us once again on our coverage of the 2024-25 Singapore Cup. Hope you've enjoyed the action from Bishan Stadium. The finishes here: Balestier Khalsa 3, Tanjong Pagar United 0.